right, guys, this is it. This is the video you've been waiting for. This is my race day video from the 2023 Baja 1000. Started in La Paz, went all the way to Ensenada. I was on the 400X bike of Ryan Liebelt and the 400X team, which was helped run by Justin Schultz. And this was a TBT effort organized by Travis Flateau, the owner of TBT. He brought all of us franchise owners in and got a group of us to race this thing. We had 6 riders, like I said, going all the way from La Paz to Ensenada. First time ever going south to north. I was so excited. If you guys haven't watched my pre-run videos, make sure you do. I was ready. I had everything dialed in. I had pre-run the course, everything twice at least, some of it more than that. And I had what I believed, everything completely wired and ready to rock and roll. I was fit. I was riding well. I felt great on the bike. I sent messages to that effect to lots of people. So you guys have been following along. You know something went really, really south right at the end of my section. Quick little back note. I had the section from race mile 105 to race mile 300. Really, really great section. Lots of fast stuff, some tight stuff, some rocky stuff. Anyway, it was a great section. I was so happy to have it. So, yeah, anyway, here we go. This is it, race day. About 3:45 in the morning is when I got the bike. All right, guys, it is race day. It is 2:53 in the morning. Our guy is doing well. We're battling right now with another 440 Pro, who's actually parked right next to us. Just saw Cody Schaefer. He's here. His bike's stator already took a crap, unfortunately. So they're changing that out at race mile 10, which is a huge bummer for him. But seems like our bike's doing good. I'm gonna get dressed and we're gonna go racing. All right, boys. I'm not gonna hurry. No hurry, and we gotta make sure we get the speaker. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no, never mind.
That's a Honda. Yellow lights on the other side.
Okay, 723. Where was it? So we gotta be next. All right, get the speaker.
Yep.
Speaker.
Yep. Bike's good.
Bike's good?
Bike's good.
Nice.
Watch your back. Another bike coming back here. Bike's good. Watch your back.
Perfect.
Look it over real quick.
Yeah, we're all, chain looks good.
Real quick. Send it.
Chain looks good. I think we're good.
Bike's good.
Perfect.
Good job, man.
Perfect.
Oh.
No tapa?
Lights just went on. Okay.
Both lights on? All right.
Hey,
Hey, zip that. Good.
All right, guys, you can see it getting a little bit dustier here. In this next clip, you're gonna see me hit some silt, and it gets pretty freaking rowdy. Things change crazy amounts between when you pre-run them and then when the race starts, especially if it's a section you pre-ran early, and there are lots of days between that and then the start of the race, because the trucks come in pre-run, the buggies pre-run, everybody pre-runs, and they chew things up. I didn't even notice this was silt during pre-running at all, and it was completely deep silt when we went through it during the race days. Not horrible, but you'll see, it gets pretty rowdy. right, guys, this next clip, listen closely. You'll hear the Stella, which is the thing on the front that shows my speed, going beep. That's me hitting a VCP, which is the acronym for virtual checkpoint. These are all new to me from the last time I raced, back in 2010, and before that we didn't have a Stella on the bike. We just raced and you had to hit these points. You didn't know where they were, so you had to stay on the course. Now they tell you where all the VCPs are and they keep you on the course, which is cool because it makes people not cheat. Also, it helps during pre-running because you find them, you know you're going to hit them, you don't go wide around a silt bed and miss one or something like that. So yeah, listen up, you'll hear the VCP beep. All right, guys, so this is the first 37-mile-an-hour speed zone that I get. It's a pretty long one, a little over 5 miles. And the other cool thing that the Stella does is it beeps and lets you know when you start to speed. It's kind of nerve-wracking because you're trying to keep it really close to 37, so you're not getting caught by anybody behind you who can keep it close to 37. But if you go 38, 39, it starts to beep. Now, I don't know what the actual limit is for when they start to penalize you. I do know that we had 0 penalties this whole race. So even though I bounced up to 40 and back to 37 and 38 and back to 37 quite a few times, we didn't get penalized. And it was for very short amounts of time. Like, obviously didn't mean to. We'd start going down a hill and it would go up. So yeah, that's what this thing's doing, is telling you when there is a speed zone. All right, guys, you're probably noticing the dust looks a lot worse. Well, actually, that is a mix of dust and fog. That side of the peninsula, which is the Pacific side I was on still, gets real foggy. And fortunately, it was not nearly as foggy as it was the last time I raced it. Back in 2010, the fog was unmanageable. I mean, you couldn't see anything. Fortunately, this wasn't too bad. It was just patches of fog in the cooler air. The warmer air, which it had been warmer most of the time we were down there, the fog didn't condense. So fortunately, it wasn't horrible, but you can tell it's a lot rougher, especially when the dust gets in it. All right, guys, so just before that road crossing, fifth gear had gone out, or at least I was pretty sure. And you'll see in this next clip, you'll hear me shift up and then shift up again, and the bike revs like crazy. Fifth gear was gone. I do not know what happened. From the time I got the bike, I would try to shift fifth and it would miss and bang. And then at this point, I went to hit fifth and it was no dice, gone completely, making bad noises in the motor. And anyway, it's a 2018 WR450, so it's probably got a lot of miles on it. I know it's been raced quite a few times. It doesn't have just a ton of miles on it, but I'm pretty sure the transmission's never been fixed or rebuilt or anything like that. So I'm guessing we lost a shift fork or bent a shift fork or something like that. But yeah, it was not awesome from the get-go, and then it completely went out here. Like I said, you'll hear it. All right, guys, take a look on the right-hand side of the frame down to the right. You'll see a light kind of flashing around. That is one of my helmet lights. I was running two really great helmet lights from Desert Unlimited, and they stick on with GoPro mounts. And so I had the one on the left had been on there quite a while. I decided I wanted to run two lights, so I put the other one on. I stuck it on there, pre-ran with it. Everything was good. But the GoPro mount, I don't know if it was a cheap Chinese version of the GoPro mount. Probably the stock ones are cheap Chinese too, but if it was a knockoff version or not, but the plastic came away from the sticky. So the sticky stayed on the helmet. The helmet, my prep was good, but the plastic where it goes to the other side of the 3M tape, if it was even 3M tape, came off, and that thing dangled. But major kudos to Desert Unlimited for using really good connections, because it never came undone. Even in my giant crash, it stayed hooked onto my backpack and all that stuff. Okay, right here, I pull over for no apparent reason, but you'll see me pull some tools out of my wolf vest and start fiddling with stuff because I lost my front brake. The front brake completely went away. I figured out, and I don't know if I really show it in this clip or not, but I figured out that what had happened was that the banjo bolt on the right front master cylinder had like loosened. Anyway, it loosened and came undone and was just squirting fluid out of the thing. So I was able to move the handlebar, like move the perch to get it to where it wasn't banging on the bar, the line wasn't banging on the bar, and tighten it up. And I got front brake back, thank goodness, because that would have been a miserable ride with no front brake. It was super unnerving for just a little bit. And this is why you carry tools. This is why I wore my full wolf vest. You'll also see why I wore it later in the video too. Oh, shit. Por fuel. Está bien. right, guys, now I want you to take a look at the Stella again. You'll see it start to blink blue and go crazy. I don't know if you can actually see it in the video, but you look down and it says danger, danger, danger. And it turns out this one for me was just because it was getting close to a whole bunch of roads, and so there's just tons and tons of people there, which can be very dangerous. That's usually where any kind of booby traps will end up, is with lots of people. I can say that I didn't see one single booby trap my entire section. So I don't know about anybody else. I don't know how everybody else's race went, but for me, no booby traps, which is really rad. All right, guys, this is where it gets really, really exciting for me because I've been riding all night. I'd passed a couple people. I knew they weren't in my class. I've been passed by that stinking ATV, which those guys go so crazy fast. But as I pull into this Baja Pit, I see 441X. He's the guy that was in first when I got on the bike. I was so stoked because if I caught him there, through all that dust and stuff, I knew I had him dead to rights. He was in front of me, so he was getting gas first and leaving first. Also, I needed to change goggles. So you see me pull goggles off. They pulled goggles out of my backpack, gave me those. So I changed to tinted goggles so I wouldn't have to deal with any kind of sun glare in my eyes. That's another reason we wear the wolf pack. Also, it carries water. Also, emergency stuff in case something goes terribly wrong, which it did, which I didn't get to use because I was laying there. But anyway, here we go.
Take it easy, take it easy.
Sí, sí.
What a moment.
Okay, yeah, I'll just start it up.
Okay. Go, go.
All right, guys, right here, if you look way up in the video, you can see dust. And it's really hard to see because of the GoPro and all that, but I could see the guy. I could see 441X. In a turn, I kind of catch a glimpse of a light on him and stuff like that. I was catching him. So I pushed hard into the dust where I knew that it was safe to do it. And here in a little bit, you'll see me pass him. I was so stoked. All right, guys, at this point in the race, I was so happy. I was through all the stuff I was worried about. I was on to a section I had pre-run twice. I feel like I had everything super wired. I got into the Sound Heavy Air mission. I had a nice long road ride to sit down, drink water, relax, recover before my final push down the wash to get the bike to Travis. So.
Gracias, amigo.
All right, guys, here it goes. Here goes the ugly part. I've reviewed the video and looked at it, and I can see a big embedded rock that I hit. I'm still really surprised that the bike did what it did when I hit the rock, because I was standing up. I was kind of pretty much neutral on the gas. I wasn't like hard on the gas or hard off the gas. So the bike was balanced. I felt I was doing 35, 40 miles an hour, which isn't terribly fast for down there. And well, yeah, here, you guys watch it. Hurt bad. Well, I'm definitely hurt.
You want to hit the buttons on your
Is that what we do?
yeah, you got to hit the buttons.
Do we hit ours?
No, hit his.
Yeah, mine.
What'd you hit?
Not sure.
Here, I'll hold your bike. Oh, you got to sit there.
Maybe. B. How the damn it, Spradling! Oh, me. They are, I don't know, but they already hit the button or whatever.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Do you need something?
No, I'm good.
Okay, have some rest.
All right, guys, that's the end of the riding in this video. That was the end of my race. As you can see, I was hurt real bad. I did not know what was wrong with me. I definitely got knocked out for a second. Didn't know, couldn't stand up. It was rough. Fortunately, my team, my two chase guys, I cannot say enough about Eric Bryan and Nathan Looney. Those two are the absolute best chase dudes ever in Mexico, period. They were watching my tracker. They saw me stop moving. They grabbed Travis, the next rider, threw him in the van, blasted up to where I was. They knew exactly where I was because both of them had pre-run that section with me. And they knew how to get to me. They blasted past police barriers with police running after them, yelling, rider down, as they came through. They got as close as they could with the van. They pulled my bike out, this one, and sent Travis down to me while they rode double up to come in and get it back out. Travis checked on me. I was, okay. He said a prayer saying to keep me safe, then jumped back on the race bike and took off. The locals that had gotten there, they were amazing. They were amazing people. They had a truck parked in front of me so no one would hit me, and were just taking really good care of me. Shortly after that, the SCORE helicopter showed up, and they threw me in the back of it. It was not a medical helicopter. It's just a little sport helicopter, basically. But they got me in the back of it, got me to the hospital in Loretto. They took x-rays, gave me some pain meds. My guys came in, got me. We headed north. Realized that I still had the Spica, the part that it's like a tracker that has to go on the rider and transfer from rider to rider, and it has to cross the finish line. Otherwise, you get a huge time penalty and a financial penalty. So they got that off of me, and they rushed up and got back ahead of the bike and got it to Travis. So for his second section, so he was able to take the Spica. We got no penalties, like I said. Then we rushed further up the course and got a helmet light to Corey Poitras, who was going to end up riding into the night when we were not expecting him to. Not so much because of my crash, although that probably made the night come earlier for him, but because we had miscalculated. We were planning on that. Even if I hadn't crashed, I was going to have to get him a helmet light. So I gave him one of my helmet lights and a battery, so he'd have that for the night run. And then after that, we pinned it north. We drove all the way to Yuma that night, across the border. It was rough, man. Then we came home the next day. I'm recovering, as you can see. I'm getting along pretty good. It turns out my collarbone is broken. The right one, really broken. And then my left hamstring is blown up. But not going to require any surgery that I know of. We are going to take another look at the collarbone here in another couple weeks to just quadruple check to make sure it's okay. It's going to heal. If not, we'll get it plated. I don't know. We'll just see. I'm not in any kind of hurry. It just snowed outside, so it's literally zero hurry. Also, my leg is not going to be healed anytime soon anyway. But guys, thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end of this video. Punk Rock Club, you guys are my favorite. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you stuck around this long and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be going over this bike and the two pieces of gear that honestly saved me from a much worse situation, this helmet and these knee braces. I'm going to be doing a full review of the bike, knee braces, helmet, everything that I used down there to kind of give you guys the lowdown on what we did, how it worked, everything that was on it. Because honestly, out of the whole time I was there and back, only a tiny percentage of it was bad, the very end. Unfortunately, we were able to get the bike back on course and ended up with a second in the Pro Moto 40 Plus, so that's huge. We were not able to catch back up to the guys I passed, unfortunately. Lost too much time, and they were going fast, so couldn't catch them, but we managed to keep everybody else behind us, and it ended up with the finish and a good position, honestly. I'm really super happy with that. It was a hell of an experience. I'm glad I went. I got hurt, but you know what? That's dirt bike racing. Every now and then you get bit. I don't feel like I did anything really wrong. It's just one of those things. I got unlucky with body position or I don't know, line. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it happened, and we're going to recover and be back after it. Now, again, if you guys have watched this far, if you are interested, I am definitely going to be building another team. We're going back to Baja. I'm not 100% sure we're going to go this coming year, but definitely in 2 years, maybe both years. I'm not sure. We're going to be looking for sponsors, looking for people who want to be involved. I'm definitely wanting to build our own bike. I'm considering a two-stroke. I don't know. There's lots of things going on in my head. That's my fourth Baja 1000. Fortunately, it's the fourth successful one. I didn't finish my section, but the bike made it. So I'm counting it as a success. Really happy with that. I've finished every other time. I soloed in 06 and then now on 3 teams. This is a huge disappointment because I hate letting people down. But again, fortunately, we managed to make it up, and my teammates, my chase crew were amazing. And then the rest of the team from TBT, from Travis, Corey, Terry, Gil, Justin, Niels, Steve, everybody did an amazing job. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Ryan Liebelt. Thank you, Justin Schultz. Couldn't have done it without you guys. That was a lot of fun. I cannot wait till we do the next one.